Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here with the Wolfpack Customs. It's been a while, and I know I said that I was gonna upload, but I just haven't had either time, or there's just been things going on in life that are either they're both good and bad. They're just things that life throws at you, and some of it is unfortunate, and some of it's just time consuming, really. But I wanted to finish the year with a bang, so here's Aquaman and Mera, and Aquaman came out last Friday officially, but I watched it on Thursday, and it was really good. I think it was a huge step up from the DC movies that we've been getting ever since Man of Steel. Really, I was not a fan of Man of Steel. I was not a fan of what they did to Superman in this entire new story. I was not totally on board with Batman vs Superman, and Justice League just felt rushed. Suicide Squad was fine, but it was premature, and I just think that they could have gone on a different and better route than what they took. But Aquaman was really what it should have been ever since the beginning, and I'm really happy about that. It's everything I would have wanted from the character, the story, the movie, everything. And to celebrate that, I made Aquaman himself, Arthur Curry, and Mera. So I hope you guys enjoy these figures. I certainly did have a certain kind of fun. I did some experimenting with these figures, and you'll see why in a few minutes. But I actually liked both their characters really much, more than I thought I would. So I thought it would be perfect to do both. I did not do Black Manta because I just didn't plan to at the moment, and I did not have, honestly, the parts to make Black Manta, and I still don't have the set, but I really want to get the set. Anyways, without further ado, I think I'm gonna jump right into the figures, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So to start off, of course, we're gonna start with Arthur Curry, the Aquaman. Right off the bat, I used the Lego Trident style for his trident because I actually did try and sculpt the trident myself, but that was terrible. So maybe sometime later in the future I'll probably try that again once I'm better at sculpting and stuff, but for now he's just using the Lego Trident, so there's nothing really special about the trident itself. So without further ado, I'm just gonna bring him in closer. Right off the bat, this is a pretty much a sculpted figure. That means that the entire body is, or was, sculpted in a way that allowed me to impress the scales, because his armor has like a bunch of scales, which is a really nice texture. And I used the X-Acto knife roller. I don't have my X-Acto knife right now, but if you have an X-Acto knife, yeah, on the tip before the blade, the texture on it is, it's kind of pointy, or it's kind of scaly, or I don't know how to explain it, but I saw someone on Instagram use this, and I cannot remember who it was, but credit to them. It was pretty clever, honestly, and I thought I would use that for my Aquaman figure. Last year for Justice League, I did not do an Aquaman figure, man, I can words. Last year, I did do 4 of the 6 Justice League figures, heroes, but I did not make a video about it, so I might just do a Cyborg, since he's the last one to make, and then make a Justice League video, because I made a Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Flash. Aquaman can be a filler figure, and Cyborg can be Cyborg whenever I make him, if I do. But anyways, Aquaman. one thing that I really wanted to capture was his muscles and his bulk, so I sculpted on the muscles themselves. You can probably see there the impressions on his chest and abs area, which I think came out really nice. I had never done that, and I never thought I would, but here he is. The arms are also a little bit more buff, again, because they were sculpted, and then I used the X-Acto knife roller for that to give the texture. I also sculpted on the gauntlets. They're not accurate. I actually got delayed because I sculpted more accurate gauntlets, and when I was about to assemble the figure, it all came apart. And I was sad. I was bummed that night, but I did an alternate version for the gauntlets, which are less detailed but more sturdy, more plain, I guess. Less detailed, I know, but I think it works. I think it works well for my kind of figures, really, because I'm not really a hyper detailed kind of guy. I just like to do my figures simpler but still detailed in terms of customizing. The legs are also sculpted and with the same texture. I did sculpt the knee pads, or not knee pads, but he has like these little V's for the boots, where the boots end, and then his pants continue on. So that got sculpted. Not on the back though. I did not think the back was needed to be sculpted or anything, but yeah, that's the back. The hair, the head are the original Lego ones, and last but not least, the A, or the Aquaman logo, which I guess stands for Atlantis or something. So yeah, that was sculpted. But yeah, that's about it for Aquaman. And of course, second off is Queen Mera, and this was the second figure that I did. And after watching the film, I was like, I gotta make Mera. Actually, before watching the film, I was already decided on the figures that I was gonna do. I never really thought of doing Black Manta, but yeah, Mera. Mera took me, oh yeah, in terms of time, Aquaman took me around 20 hours, and Mera took me around 12 hours, something like that. It was a long time. But yeah, I also had to come up with an alternative, an option for her armor, for the scales and stuff, and I had to do every single scale by hand, so not everything is symmetrical. So yeah, don't get mad at me for that. I'm pretty sure there are other people out there who have done a much better job at Mera, but that's just what I was able to do because I'm not a sculptor. This is the first time that I use sculpting seriously. Like I've done like I've improvised more so than sculpting. But yeah, it's not my area, but it was fun to try something new. Aside from that, I made sure to paint some of the scales on a lighter lime green or dark green to give it that effect of shining and whatnot. And I think there are some scales on her armor that are a little bit different. Anyways, she also has the Atlantis logo on her belt, and I also sculpted the main chest area, and then the hair also for Aquaman and Mera. Since they both have like long hair, and I sculpted the torsos, I had to sand the insides of the hairpiece so that the hair wouldn't like just bump into the sculpted area. So that was time consuming by a lot. Not fun, but a satisfying final result. Aside from that, I had to paint this hairpiece like 5 times. This is a bright red hairpiece I mean, it was black, and then I painted it red, and it has 5 layers of red paint, so that was fun and time consuming. There's not a lot of detail on Mera, honestly. There's these gold things on her wrist and boots area, but not really. Her outfit is just not really detailed. It's more so the scales that are the detail about it. So same as Aquaman, there's nothing on the back because I didn't think it was necessary to sculpt onto the back and stuff. Plus, I was running out of time. And last thing about Mera is that I sanded the sides of the torso, just like I'm doing with all my female characters from now on. Because, yeah, I think it looks better. So, yeah, that's about it for Mera. Oh, I used a Rey headpiece from Star Wars because I thought it was accurate enough. Anyways, that's about it for Mera, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. And that concludes this showcase video, and I hope that you guys liked it. I hope that you guys feel inspired by it and want to make your own figures. It's been quite a while ever since I uploaded, and a sincere apology for that. There have been projects that I've been involved in, projects that involve other people also from the LEGO community, such as AB Figures. I've been working with him, great guy. Link in the description to his website and channel. Great guy, great team. The AV team has been great. It's just been time consuming, really. Other projects have been just accepting commissions over Instagram. By the way, if you don't follow me yet on Instagram, make sure to follow and subscribe, of course, comment, like this video, and other things, just personal things, really. And without making this too personal, there's just things that life throws at you, and sometimes you just gotta focus on that for a little bit and then come back to what you actually love doing. But I'm back, and starting 2019, I hope to actually start uploading more regularly. I plan to do a few tutorials that I've been listing down, which I have not done yet, but something that I really want to do is a tutorial on how to make a LEGO Spider-Man figure. I watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and that was a great movie. Also, Bumblebee was pretty cool. Not cool. Anyways, I thought that I needed to make Spider-Man figures for the Spider-Verse and other Spider-Man characters. So I thought, why not also do a tutorial, because I know that there's a lot of people. I get asked so many times, how do you do straight lines? And I think that one of the best figures to explain that is Spider-Man for the webbing and stuff. So I'll do that sometime soon. And other smaller tutorials and stuff. Also, I want to announce that I am also doing Star Wars figures, not really the newer characters. I actually am going to go and do the prequels and then sequels, and then do a throwback to my Force Awakens showcase, which is pretty much the Kickstarter of this channel, even though I did have a few videos before that, ever since The Force Awakens came out. But ever since then, I think I've grown as a customizer, so I think it would be fair to go back and redo the Force Awakens figures, because those actually don't exist anymore, the ones from the video. So I thought about that, and it's probably gonna take the entire year or maybe 2. But there are a lot of figures that I really want to do, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe again, like, comment, suggestions are welcome in the comments. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and such. And yeah, that's about it announcements wise. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and it's good to be back. It's good to have your head back in the game, really. So I'll see you guys next time. Merry Christmas. I do not promise that I'll make a Christmas video, but if you did watch to this part of the video, Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year as well. And cheers. Have a fantastic day.